This is my life, connecting with family and friends through music for the past 30 years. Today, I continue to play drums with groups such as Aya, Geezer Sr., The Arthur Lane, and Infotapes. I also spent 20 plus years working in the food industry. From bankers to rock stars, I've fed and connected with wide spectrums of humanity, and I learned how to cook. I'm Angel, and this is As We Go Along. Welcome to As We Go Along with Angel. Today, I decided to invite my friend Alejandro Ojeda to cook us a dish inspired by Trout Mask Replica by Captain Beefheart's Magic Band, 1969.
The reason I picked Trout Mask Replica's dish to be trout is simply because it's in the title. This is, again, going to be my first time hearing this album. The reason I picked this is because it is rather tasty and a quick dish to deliver. You want instructions as I go along? Because I can give them to you, or I can just show them to you. It was a fun thing I found in the pantry. No, it wasn't.
And decide one.
It is abstract when you look at it, and it is quite beautiful when you take it in. I'm digging it. I like the sound. I like what I'm being exposed to.
This is what it sounds like. Alright, I want you to translate that guitar.
My smile is stuck. I cannot go back to your frown land. My spirit's made up of the ocean and the sky and the sun and the moon and all my eye can see. I cannot go back to your land of gloom where black jagged shadows remind me of the coming of your doom. I want my own land. Take my hand and come with me. It's not too late for you if it's not too late for me to find my homeland.
So wherever you are, long live the captain.
Without a captain, you wouldn't have a music like this.
Yeah.
I cannot go back to your frown land.
Throw this dish in a whole bunch of different ways. You could, instead of doing a flour dredge, you could do a Dijon rub. If you want to, you can panko coat it and throw it in the oven. If you want to, you could serve it with kimchi. There's lots of different ways to do this dish.
So, let's dig in. Okay.
All right. First things first. It is fish. Please check for bones.
Yes. So, generally the bones, and of course you're talking to two veteran seafood guys, always go near the head. But the thing about the trout bones, I would say, they're very thin.
Yep.
So some people like to eat them, but all right, I'm gonna dig in.
Do it.
So I'm gonna mix the couscous, spinach, with the trout. Mmm.
All right.
That is wonderful. And of course, what's great about these trout is that they're farm raised in Wisconsin, and they're out in the middle of wilderness, basically.
Okay.
So, and it's kind of interesting now that since we're listening to Trout Mass Replica and we're eating trout, it definitely has a earthy tone. And
I need to get some of my veg in.
so like I can basically taste the forest, which is near the Kettle Moraine National Forest, so I can really taste the plant life, the bugs. And like I said, watch out for bones. This is the collarbone right here. Oh my god, this is really good. I would say this dish is definitely a culinary equivalent to this album. So Alejandro, I want to ask you, do you have any memories about the first time we met?
I walked into Plum Market looking for a job, and I had just fished on the North Shore. Having a culinary degree, I just basically went closer to home, and I walked into Plum Market, and I saw this guy behind the counter working by himself, and he had a good-looking case, and he wasn't overworking himself, and it looked like he needed help. And I legit took a 10-minute walk around the store to look at the rest of the store, not because I was interested in what was there, but the environment that he was already involved in. And I went back up to him and I said, yeah, where do I get an application? I want a job here. He goes, well, you just basically go over to this department and you tell them what department. It's like, no. I want to work here with you in this department. And that was an immediate sign to him. He stopped and walked away and got a manager for me to talk to. That was,
Yeah. No, I remember that because I was definitely in a very weird moment working at that place because I was basically getting paid peanuts to not only set up the seafood case, but also do all the ordering and all the inventory. If you remember
I remember the inventory.
And I was just like, okay, like it's just another day. We're understaffed, overworked. We need help. We've been talking about we need help and everything. And then you kind of came in very sly, and I was not in a good place at that point when you came up to me. And I think at that point you were like, yeah, it's like, where can I go get a job? And I'm like, oh, you can just go. I just go over there. Go over there. But and that's something that I've had to learn is like sometimes I have to like get my head out of my proverbial ass and just kind of like be in the moment. But sometimes when I'm in that moment of feeling like helpless or feeling, I'm working on that. But we all are. I'm gonna flip the rep girdle. All right, we're at the last side. We're going to do this. We're going to listen to this whole record. Like, if you could take that happiness and put it into you, what would that mean to you?
I'd be with my daughter.
Your daughters, yeah.
I mean, my first answer would be, oh, I don't really do anything because I'm comfortable being alone. But the only thing I really look forward to is spending time with my daughters. And seeing them grow, or finding out their persona, or seeing them react to new things. You know, like one of the things I'll never forget about Ava, who's 8 now, was the last time she fell in front of me.
Oh.
She's taken tumbling classes, hasn't been in dance, but she's the more active, she's the more tomboy of the two. But she was walking on a 18, 24-inch ledge that was like a garden box, but for a tree.
Okay.
So you can imagine this girl is like not 4 foot tall. And she falls off this thing that's half her size. My heart stopped because she went into a little ball and curled up and like rolled. And then she stood right up, beaming a smile. And I was looking at her like, okay, what's wrong with this kid? And she looks at me and she goes and says, oh, that's the first time I fell and I didn't cry. I was like, congratulations, that's awesome. It's like either you got so comfortable with it that you're okay with it, but because you're okay with it, you came out okay because you knew you would. And to see I didn't cry. Because it's like, that stage is now over. Next. You know?
So you witnessed that. You witnessed that.
Yeah. And it was hilarious because my heart stopped. I was waiting for her to cry, and she pops up with a smile, like ear to ear. Oh, I didn't cry. It's like, I'm so proud of you.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
If you were to go back in time to your 18-year-old self, what would you tell your 18-year-old self?
You're capable of a lot more than you believe you are.
What are 3 things that make life worth living?
The love that your parents give you, the friends that you choose, and the love that you're able to give to the ones you 18-year-old self.
Save your damn money.
Difficult times. What are you persevering with?
Well, I guess when it comes to persevering through really difficult times, I mean, besides myself, I do lean on to the people that I love. That be my family, lovely lady that's known as Athena. Music, creating music, listening to music, making food. Well, just having a place to be. Love, friends, music.
I can do that on music.
This thing is almost cleaned out.
Here's the problem with cooking your own food is that you spend so much time with it that you get used to it, and as much as you appreciate it, you're used to it. So I love this dish. It is my daughter's dish where she demolished trout for the first time. It means a lot to me. It means a lot to me to share it with you. I'm glad you appreciated it.
Yeah.
It was my pleasure to cook it for you, but as it's my favorite fish, I'm also not that hungry.
Thank you for sharing. I guess we'll call this Alejandro's Trout Mass replica dish.